Hi, today we tell a story of Keisha Sylvester, missing since September 22nd, 2017 from Breaux Bridge, Louisiana. The 29-year-old mother was reportedly last seen at her home in Breaux Bridge, Louisiana. The investigation uncovered that Keisha didn't pick up her paycheck from work, nor did she attend her daughter's homecoming. Keisha looked forward to getting her daughter ready for the big homecoming celebration, including her pick out a hairstyle, so her loved ones insisted she wouldn't miss it. Joshua Sylvester, Keisha's brother, told authorities that he last saw her on September 18th when he picked his sister up from work. He said he dropped her off at her mobile home before leaving to tend to his job for a few days. When he returned, he attempted to reach out, but he was concerned when he couldn't get in contact with her. I quote, he said, "I thought it was strange that she hadn't called and her phone was off," said Joshua. "I went to her trailer to see if she was home, but she wasn't." It was also reported that Keisha was close with her family and would regularly visit her father, Clovis Sylvester, in Lafayette, Louisiana, which is about 20 to 30 minutes from Breaux Bridge. Only days after her disappearance, her landlord moved her belongings and the trailer in which she lived, something her family believes led to possible evidence being lost or destroyed. Foul play is possible in her case, which of course still remains unsolved. In the 6 months leading up to her disappearance, Keisha Sylvester reportedly worked as a chef for Randall Rodriguez. A year after she went missing, Randall told reporters that investigators turned his home upside down, looking for any link to Keisha. It was a nuisance, but he was unbothered because he wanted answers about her disappearance just like everyone else. Chef deputies cleared him, and Keisha family doesn't believe that he had anything to do with her case. I quote, "It was an all-day ordeal. They turned my house upside down, my shop, almost every building, and they just went through everything and interrogated me," Rodriguez said. "The truth will eventually come out and bring this young woman home." At the time of her disappearance, Keisha stood 5 feet 2 inches tall and weighed 145 pounds. She had black/dark brown hair and brown eyes. Both of her ears are pierced. It's unclear what she was wearing the last day she was seen. She is currently 36 years old. Since Keisha has went missing, her mother has since passed. Her daughter has graduated from high school and the military without her mother. And though the pain of not knowing continues to stick with the family who just wants closure, they said they're not giving up on finding her. Since her disappearance, her family says they haven't received any updates in her case. Yvonne Thibodeau, Keisha's aunt, says they'll call maybe every 6 months with nothing. That's the update. They have nothing. When asked about updates she received from SMPSO. I will now insert a news article of the last interview that I was able to find. It is from 2021, November 18th, with Keisha's family.
So I always look at her and remind me of her all the time.
Clovis Sylvester keeps this newspaper clipping in his pocket in case anyone he meets might know where his daughter, Keisha Sylvester, is.
I want to find out and show it to people.
Keisha was reportedly last seen on September 22nd, 2017 in this Breaux Bridge trailer park where she lived. Her family says her purse and phone were left behind. The spaghetti she made for dinner sitting on the stove.
It's too strange. Something must have happened to her.
Breaux Bridge is a small town outside of Lafayette. Hard to not know everyone's business.
How in a little town of Breaux Bridge that a person go missing and nobody,
no trace.
The day she went missing, Keisha stopped by her daughter's father's home to give money to her daughter Naya for the prom. It would be the last time Naya would see her mother.
Where she went from there, that's the mystery.
Keisha's aunt, Yvonne Thibodeau, says she wouldn't have missed her daughter's prom and graduation.
Maybe she, took a little trip or whatever. But that wasn't the case.
The Sylvesters tell me the initial investigation started to show more uncharacteristic traits. Keisha Sylvester was supposed to show up here to her job at Silver's Casino to pick up her check. She never did.
Days went by, months went by, still no Keisha.
The St. Martin Parish Sheriff's Office reported that Keisha was spotted a week after she went missing, getting into a white truck, creating a timeline that shows she was last seen in October. But her family says it was not her.
It's too much he say, she say, and that was not confirmed.
As the questions continue to pile up, Thibodeau and Clovis believe the sheriff's office missed clues. Keisha's belongings in the trailer she was living in were moved by her landlord only days after her disappearance.
If there was any evidence, I feel like all that was destroyed.
Breaux Bridge is small enough that the family feels someone saw something, but they believe the sheriff's office didn't question enough people.
I just feel nothing was done enough. Like she just was another black girl gone missing.
Since Keisha's disappearance, her mother has since passed.
My sister grieved herself to death.
Her daughter has graduated from high school and the military without her mother. And though the pain of not knowing continues to stick with the family who just wants closure, they say they're not giving up on finding Keisha.
Open your heart, see what she had, see what you did to her.
I would do anything to see that goofy laugh. And I love her, I miss her, and I wish she would be able to come home.
Candace Charles, Eyewitness News.
Anyone with any information regarding this case is urged to contact St. Martin Parish Sheriff's Office at 337-394-3071. Once again, 337-394-3071, or their local authorities. Her agency case number has not been listed. It is unknown if this is a cold case or an active investigation, but foul play is reportedly suspected. Please share this story about Keisha Sylvester to help reignite the investigation into her case. Her life matters.